Hey guys, how's it going? This is Dalaran, and I'm bringing you some twos that I did with a healer. It's a Disc Priest for this time. And I haven't done many twos with a healer as a combat rogue. Usually I like to run with a DPS where we can smash opponents down pretty quickly and have pretty fast games. But I decided to throw some content to you guys. I know some of you might be running with a healer, so I want to give you some tips for every single comp spec that you might be facing on what to do as a combat rogue. Some examples I have here is a warrior healer, and this time the healer is Restorative. What you're trying to do for the most part for here is you're trying to play around, throw out CCs, put pressure on both the healer and the warrior, and try to avoid as much damage as you can whenever they do their burst. You're trying to control the amount of CC output they can do out on you. Make sure that your healer is not locked down or you're not locked out when the warrior is trying to deal some serious damage or maybe go score for a kill. The whole idea what you're trying to do as a combat rogue is you're trying to play around and mingle around and put some pressure on targets, maybe causing them to throw out a really strong CD. But another thing you're trying to do is you're trying to throw out revealing strikes and sinister strikes to build for that Bandit's Guile. So now I have, as you can see, 3 stacks of Bandit's Guile. I can go in for a kill of the rest of Druid as soon as I can line it up. You want to make sure you can line it up best possible and make sure there's no other targets around you. You want to make sure that the positioning is perfect whenever you're scoring a kill. You can combine Shadow Blades and Killing Spree together to make sure you score that kill. So here's some of the other examples. With Beast Mastery, healer, we have a Restorative Druid for a healer. What you're trying to do is you're trying to make sure there's enough pressure on both the Beast Mastery and the healer. We're using yourself and your healer for CCs. Fortunately, with the Disc Priest, we're able to pull off fears every now and then. So whenever we need to swap targets, whenever I need to go on the Druid for a while, suppress some of the healing, suppress some of the CCs that they can throw at us, then I tell my priest, okay, I'm swapping the targets. He knows that he is in charge of trying to CC the hunter best he can, because once I'm not on one of the targets, the other target is able to CC me. So we need to pretty much we're trying to outplay both targets with CCs. We have Cyclone, they have Scatter, they have Traps, and that can really lock you down in a really bad position if you're not careful with it. So you're trying to put pressure on both, trying to proc their CCs, you're trying to watch for the interruptible CCs that they can throw out, such as Cyclone, and you're trying to make sure that you're not the one being trapped with Ice Trap. Another way to do it is to use the Shadow Fiend that your priest may provide. And sometimes if that target trails around you and you can stack clump like we were for the most of the target, there's a chance that Shadow Fiend will actually be trapped. And we actually were able to score that in a video. And again, all you're trying to do is you're trying to Sinister Strike and Revealing Strike until you get the Bandit's Guile 3 stacks. You're trying to save Shadow Blades, not for the opener. You're trying to use AR at beginning, save Shadow Blades for Killing Spree. This time we didn't get to score the Killing Spree, and as you can see, the Shadow Fiend actually was trapped here. But what we got to do is I was able to cycle through all of my cooldowns by using finishers, and AR was actually back up, and I was able to stack 3 stacks of Bandit's Guile and do some serious pressure on the healer, and that's what scored his kill, along with the great CC. Now here's a comp that I used to run back on my old server, Rormus Accord. It's a combat rogue Beastmaster Hunter. So what I'm trying to do is, they don't know that I'm running Nerf Strike, but what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to stun the rogue from beginning, because the amount of damage the rogue and the hunter can do together is insane from beginning. The hunter is popping his burst cooldown, he's popping his stampede, but the rogue is CC'd, he's dealing 50% less damage, so his Shadow Blade is going to be almost meaningless, even if he pops AR with it. So I try to put pressure on both targets, and I'm trying to go for a best secluded kill. As you can see, I gouge the rogue, Killing Spree on the hunter, and score a win. Now the next match I started recording in the middle of it, but you guys didn't miss a lot. What it is a Affliction Warlock Restorative Druid. Again, what you're trying to do is you're trying to build up that 3 stacks of Bandit's Guile, which is actually pretty hard with this comp. The problems that I had with this comp, and so did my healer, is they have plenty of pressure that they can throw at us. They have plenty of CC, plenty of mobility to get out of tough situations. which isn't always fun to witness. You know, you're about to score a kill, you're about to lock down a target in a good spot, you get feared, or they poured out. And with this amount of CC, I have to watch myself extra carefully, and my priest has to notify me whenever he isn't able to heal me at all. So it's all about communication. It's all about scoring a kill, and it's all about waiting for the opportunity. As soon as you have the opportunity, you gotta take it. Try to make sure the target is secluded from other targets until patch 5.4, when killing spree will be single target, and that's all you're trying to do, guys. That's all I can really help you with. That's all I could do. And again, you're trying to communicate with your healer about all the CCs that you can throw out. You're trying to communicate about the heals that are incoming for the warlock or for the druid. Again, you also gotta make sure you try not to dispel. You try your hardest not to dispel the unstable affliction off of you. Make sure your healer is either able to heal through it, or he can bubble himself before he dispels them off of you. And as you can see, with opportunity strikes, I got a kill on the druid. And the last match is a DPS, but actually had plenty of pressure, which is actually an interesting comp. I want to see this comp more often in 2s if I ever play again with a healer. It's a Affliction Warlock Arms Warrior. So Arms Warrior is there for the tanking and the damage, but mainly the amount of tankiness they can do, as well as the amount of pressure they can throw at you. Along with Affliction Warlock Pressure, they can CC the healers out. Both of these guys have fears. Affliction Warlock may talent into a taunt, and he also has a silence with his pet that he has. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to build your Bandit's Gallop to the best you possibly can, and then score that killing spree with the Warlock. As you can see, the Warlock can really get through a lot of the damage that I have, so all I have to do is just keep baiting at it and keep putting pressure on the Warlock, because the Warlock will eventually wipe out, while the Warrior is probably going to sit there in second one. So all we have to do is CC the Warrior best I can, and you know, throw gouges, throw blinds, so communicate with my healer. Communication is the most important part of playing with a healer, guys, as a combat rogue, and that's how you win. Thank you guys for watching this video. This has been Dalaran. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next video.